All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're demystifying one of the most important parts of observability, OpenTelemetry instrumentation. We're going to break down exactly how you can unlock the secrets that are hidden deep inside your own applications. You've been there, right? Your application is up and running, people are using it, but when something goes wrong, it just feels like a complete black box. You know there's a problem, but you have no earthly idea where to even begin looking. It's super frustrating. What if you could just install a window into that box? Well, that window has a name: instrumentation. This is the absolute key that unlocks everything. It's the process where we literally teach our code to report on itself, to send out signals like traces, metrics, and logs that tell us exactly what it's doing and when. This is how we get the kind of visibility every developer dreams of. So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start with the basics, then get into the big choice between automatic and manual. After that, we'll see it in action with some real code, level up with a few pro tips, and finally see how it all comes together to give you that full, beautiful picture. First up, let's talk about how OpenTelemetry actually gives us this superpower. You really have to think of it as the foundation for all modern observability, because without good instrumentation, honestly, everything else just kind of falls apart. So the OpenTelemetry project gives you this whole toolkit. You've got the APIs, which basically define the language of observability, words like span for a single operation or metric for a measurement. Then you have the SDKs, which are the libraries you actually add to your code to make it speak that language. Then there's the real magic, the instrumentation libraries. These are plugins that already know how popular frameworks like Flask or Spring work, and they do all the heavy lifting for you. And finally, the exporters. Think of these as the delivery trucks that package up your data and ship it to whatever backend you want. Okay, let's get to your first big decision. It's a lot like choosing between an automatic and a manual car. One is super easy and gets you where you're going, no problem. The other gives you precise, granular control over every single gear shift. Neither one is wrong, they're just for different situations. And the real pros, they know how to drive both. So it all comes down to understanding this trade-off. Automatic instrumentation is just incredible. It's fast, and often you can get started with literally zero code changes. The catch? You get what it gives you. Manual instrumentation, on the other hand, means you have to write a bit of code, but in return, you get total, fine-grained control to trace the exact pieces of business logic that you care about the most. Now, this is where it gets really practical. This isn't just theory. If you're just firing up a new service and want to see what's going on fast, go with Auto, no question. But if you need to trace a very specific, critical payment function inside some old legacy app, manual is going to be your best friend. And check out that line for Kubernetes microservices. It says Auto plus custom spans. That's a huge hint because it's pointing to the most powerful strategy of all, a hybrid approach. All right, enough theory. Let's see what this actually looks like in the real world. We're moving from the slide deck to the command line, and you're about to see just how ridiculously easy it is to get started. We'll kick things off with a super common setup, Python with the Flask web framework. Our goal here is simple: get full visibility into every single web request without changing a single line of our application's source code. And believe it or not, it all starts with just 2 pip install commands. The first one grabs the library that knows all about Flask, and the second one gets us the exporter we need to send the data out. And that's it. Setup complete. And here it is, the magic command. This is the part that just blows my mind. You don't change your code. You just change how you run your code. Instead of Python app.py, you run OpenTelemetry instrument Python app.py. That's it. In the background, OpenTelemetry just automatically hooks into everything and starts capturing all your requests. Zero code changes. It's amazing. But what if auto instrumentation isn't quite enough? Say we want to specifically measure how long it takes to process an order after a user clicks that final button. This is where we switch over to manual. We pop into our code and wrap that one specific function with a manual span. Now, in our traces, we don't just see a generic web request. We see a specific, named business event. So much more useful. Let's switch gears to Java for a second. The Java world has this incredibly powerful tool, the OpenTelemetry Java agent. You just add one little argument when you run your app, that Java agent flag, and boom. It automatically instruments dozens of popular frameworks right out of the box. We're talking Spring, JDBC, Kafka, Redis, you name it, it's probably covered. And you'll see the same powerful pattern in Node.js too. You install a few packages with npm, add a small setup file to kick off the Node SDK,
And once that's running, it just automatically patches common libraries like Express and HTTP to capture all that sweet telemetry for you. It's a beautifully consistent approach across languages.
Okay, so getting started is clearly pretty easy, but going from a quick demo to a rock-solid production-ready setup, that takes a few best practices. So let's talk about how to take your instrumentation from good to great. This might seem like a small thing, but trust me, it is critically important. Naming your custom spans, span 1 or test, is completely useless. When you're debugging an outage at 3 a.m., you need to know exactly what that code was doing. A descriptive name like calculate shipping cost is instantly understandable and makes troubleshooting 1,000 times easier. And here are a few more tips from the pros. Use the official semantic conventions for consistent naming across all your services. Add attributes, that's just key value metadata like user.id or order.total, to your spans so you can do deep analysis later. Definitely enable sampling so you don't get crushed by data volume and costs. And use a central OpenTelemetry collector. Think of it as a smart router for all your telemetry data to manage everything efficiently when you scale up. And this all builds up to the ultimate strategy, the one we've been hinting at, the hybrid approach. This is where you combine the effortless ease of auto with the surgical precision of manual. For your standard web service, let auto instrumentation handle all the generic stuff. For a service with critical business logic, you add manual spans right where it counts. For a service that's just processing events from a queue, you use the specific instrumentation for Kafka. This gets you the absolute best of both worlds. So for our final section, let's just zoom all the way out and connect this back to the big picture. Why are we even doing all of this? It's about so much more than just finding bugs. It's about genuinely understanding your systems from the inside out. This right here visualizes the entire journey. A user makes a request. Your combination of auto and manual instrumentation captures data at every single step. That data flows to the collector, which then routes it to a backend tool like Jaeger. And the end result? A beautiful, detailed trace that lets you follow the entire lifecycle of that request across all of your different services. And here is the ultimate payoff. All of this rich, high-quality data that you're collecting, it isn't just for humans to stare at on a dashboard. It is the fuel for AIOps, AI-driven operations. This data is what enables everything from automatic anomaly detection to predictive failure analysis. Good instrumentation is literally the foundation for the future of intelligent, automated systems. So look, if you take only one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Everything we want from modern observability, the deep insights, the fast debugging, the proactive alerts, it all starts right here. It all rests on the foundation of good instrumentation. And that leaves us with one final thought. Every application, every single service you've ever built has a story to tell about how it's performing and how your users are really interacting with it. The only question is, are you listening? With OpenTelemetry, now you can.